Hi everyone, so I'm just making this video about gang stalking at work. So when I say at work, I don't mean in a job because I'm self-employed, but I'm making this video for because I've watched quite a few videos about people that have been um, about workplace mobbing, people that have been targeted and stalked at work as well. And I just wanted to let you guys know, you TIs that are being stalked at work. I wanted you to know that if you are thinking about going self-employed, that it doesn't end because you're self-employed, that they target you in self-employment as well. So I started my own business, and when I started my own business, I didn't even know I was being gang stalked already. I didn't know anything about gang stalking. I'd never even heard the word or anything like that. Okay, now I started my own business, and I was doing within the first 4 days of marketing my business, I had managed to make more money than I'd ever made within a whole month of work, okay, ever in my life. And I have managed to have good jobs before and got paid quite a lot, but I still made more money within the first 4 days. Now, the first client that I ever got, um, this particular guy, I know now that it's demonic. Put it that way. All right. Back then, because I had just woken up from like organized religion. Okay, I'm not saying I don't. I'm not, doesn't matter what I believe and all of that right now, but um, I'd woken up from organized religion, and I I was like I had like gotten the whole new age information. Everything's positive, and you know what I mean. Like you can manifest your dreams, and you know what I mean, law of attraction and all of that, and started to hear about all spirituality and things like that, things that I'd never really like heard of before. And for some reason, when he spoke, he had my dad's voice, guys. All right. Now, I don't mean he sounded like my dad. He had my dad's voice. Now, my dad had passed away before this, not just like immediately, but my dad had passed away. Okay, not that long before that, right? And this guy had my dad's voice. All right. Now, at that time, I thought it was like maybe it's my dad. I didn't know what to think, guys, because I was so confused because I'd just come out of organized religion. So at that point, I was so confused, and I was thinking maybe it's my dad that's sending me this work. Because I don't know. Do you understand? He can see that I'm trying to. You know what I mean? Because he had my dad's voice. Do you understand? Anyway, I did work for him. I finished doing the work and everything. Every time I spoke to him, it was like I was speaking to my dad. Not that like we wouldn't have deep conversations or anything. We just speak about the work, but it was my dad's voice, guys. I know, you know how you know your own parents or whoever you grew up, you know certain people when you're speaking to them. That was my dad's voice. Okay. Now, anyway, he recommended me to somebody who is the vampire, the main vampire that I'm going to be speaking about. Okay. Now, this particular person, he called me. He said that he had seen the work that I had done for the my first client, the one that had my dad's voice, and he liked it and he wanted me to do some work for him as well. So not for his business, actually working for him. What he wanted to do was to pay me to do work for him, so the work could go in his portfolio under the name of his business. So basically, it's like freelancing. I'm doing work, and he's like saying to, and he's getting a customer, and the customer's paying him, and he's paying me to do the work instead. Okay, so let's just say, for example, and it's the same work that I was doing. So let's just say, for example, if I charge somebody £1,000, what he would do is he would go find a client, and he would charge that client £1,000 and then come to me and pay me maybe £500 or £600. Now, as I said, I had my own clients at that time, and I had my own clients, but I still like he offered me the job, and obviously I knew it was less money, but I had been thinking of trying to sorry, 1 second. I had been thinking of trying to like expand the business eventually. So I was trying to take on as much work as I could handle. And then obviously when it got too much for me, the plan would be to get somebody else to do it as well. Okay, so I was doing the work for him, and every time I do the work for him, it would just really drag on, guys. So you've got to remember, like I said, I wasn't getting paid what I was supposed to be getting paid anyway. Every time I would have a problem with my computer or with the internet because I work online. So it would just, everything would just start to glitch out and just go mad when I'm doing the work for him. So it would be like I'm just putting all this energy into it, and then I'm not really getting anything in return. All right. So what happened is, you know, I'd finish doing the work for him, and then he would sort of call me again and be like, oh, I've got some more work. And then because obviously it's money and I needed the money, I've got family, I've got children, I'll take the money, I would accept the work. And then what would happen is I would be concentrating so hard on the work that I accepted, and that I not neglected my few customers that I had. Like it's like a contract, like it comes to an end. It's not like an ongoing subscription thing or anything. But I hadn't been marketing and trying to get more customers because I was spending all the time doing the work for him. So, guys, also, anytime I would say, oh, I want to, I'm going to build up my own clients. I'm going to concentrate on building up my own clients, doing some marketing tomorrow. So I say to myself, okay, tomorrow I'm going to, you know, because I've been focusing on his stuff so much tomorrow. And then the next day, like, I'm going to go and do that. He would call me and he'd be like, I've got something else for you to do. Do you see what I'm saying? And because obviously that's instant money rather than me trying to get customers, even though I know I'll get them, but you know, when you're in a, like, you need, like, I wasn't going to say no. At that time, I wasn't willing to say no. Do you see what I'm saying? So I said yes, you see? So, and that's what would always happen. So anytime I would say, and this is when I started to clock that, hold on a minute, it's like, he comes with work, like, so, like, let's just say sometimes I'd finish doing work for him and nothing, you know, he wouldn't even call me for like a couple, and I've taken off a couple of weeks and I haven't been working, and he wouldn't even be calling me or anything to do more work. And then I'd say, okay, I'm going to start to get some more clients. As soon as then he will call me. And then I noticed that this started to happen like every single time. This guy's a vampire, guys, right? And so what he wanted is he didn't want me to change my destiny. So these creatures, they can see that, you know, like I was able to make a large sum of money quickly, and I think they wanted to kind of put a stop to that, because I think when you're a TI, they don't want you to make money because they kind of want you in, they want to easily watch you. Do you see what I mean? And if you're like, you know, hopping around from country to country, here and there, everywhere, whenever, I think it's just harder for them. Well, actually, it's probably not, to be honest. Apparently, this stuff happens everywhere. So, no. And, you know, it is spiritual. It's not like just physical people. So it doesn't matter. It's not like bounded by country or anything. But still, I don't know. But anyway, each time I would try and do something for myself, he would try and siphon the energy into me putting the work. Sorry, my neck hurts. Into me putting the work into his business. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke, trust me. And then he, the same guy that had my dad's voice, my first client that I ever had, he also introduced me to somebody else as well, who is also a vampire. So what would happen is, you see the first vampire that I mentioned, sometimes when I would finish work for him and it would be dragging on and be so long that, you know, the money that I got paid was like way lower than minimum wage. When you work it out, it was so not worth it because of all the glitches and the time, and you know what I mean? And because obviously I was trying to take my business seriously, I wouldn't just sort of like give up, or just, you know, obviously if somebody's paid me to do something, I want the relationship, the business relationship. I want to do the work well so that we can keep on doing it and build this thing up, you know. But they don't want me to make it, guys. Okay, they don't want me to make it. They don't want me to go anywhere. They just don't. It's really sad, guys. It's really sad. I don't know. And it makes me not want to continue with my business. I'm not going to work. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm not going to work in a job for something. I'm not doing that. First of all, my life doesn't work for my lifestyle because of my children anyway. Like, I can't be at a 9 to 5 because who's going to pick up the children from school and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. And no, I'm not doing that. But it's really putting me off, like, trying to find new customers, because I don't know if everyone's a demon, because that's what it seems like. That it seems like there's no real the real people, which, like, I'm not gonna say there's no real people, because I know that probably us TIs I don't know if we're the only ones, or obviously, like, and the other people that are like us, that either nothing's happening to them in their life, they're not being stalked, or they just don't know they're being stalked. But what I'm trying to say is not everybody's a real person, and it just seems like there's so many fake people out there. Yeah, sorry, what I think I didn't mention, what I was saying before, is when I finished the work for the first vampire, sometimes when it would drag on for ages, I would, I remember this particular time, and this happened more than once, right? I would, like, imagine, like, I was supposed to finish the work on a particular day, right? And then it dragged on for like an extra 7 days longer, right? So I would do the work, it would drag on for an extra 7 days, right? Meanwhile, I'm not making any extra money this time, right? And then I'd finish it, and I literally shut my laptop, and I said, okay, I'm not going to do any more work for the next couple of weeks. Then immediately my phone rings, and it's the second vampire saying that he's got something wrong that he needs me to fix, that I did before, that I did something wrong. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's when I like, and this happens all the time. It's like, it must be it's some type of artificial intelligence computer rang. The guy did not just have a problem. Yeah, in his mind he does. You know what I mean? Yeah, but something made him call right then and there when I wanted to have a break, guys. If you're a TI, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you are a TI that doesn't have that many distractions in your life. I don't have a lot of people in my life at all, so I can see very clearly what is going on, because I'm not being distracted, and I think that's part of why I can see what's going on, because I got all the distractions out of my life. So it's really clear to see that this is a vampire I'm dealing with. I had an interview with a vampire, just like the film, and yeah, this is what I'm dealing with, guys. And it just makes it hard. Like, I can't be played about like this. It's just horrible. You know, but then it's like, what do? Do you sit there with no money and then don't do anything and then like limit yourself? Or do you work with the demon and the vampire and let him siphon your energy? Or do you just keep on going out there and trying to build up your own business, but then potentially it's just going to be demons that you're working for, and they're going to be playing you about. They're going to, you know what I mean? And it's just sad, guys. It's very sad, man. But because it's like, there's no need. There's no need. And yeah, there's no need, but it's just going to be me complaining now. That was just basically what I wanted to say, but I just wanted to liken it to what's that film, Aladdin. So you see in the film Aladdin, he made a wish, right? And the genie would grant him his wish, but the wish would always be distorted. And I feel like this is what it is. So I wanted to manifest a particular lifestyle. I wanted to manifest a particular lifestyle. I wanted to do a particular job, right? And he offered me something that sounded like what it is that I said that I wanted, but what it wasn't what I wanted. Okay, and it actually ruined everything that I had been doing. So it's like it's like they're answering your wishes, even though nobody asked them for nothing. You know, I don't pray to no demons, guys. I don't ask no demon for anything. All right. But for some reason, they try to answer my prayer. All right, my wish, my dream. Okay, but they're all vampires, and I was just like, no, thank you, no, thank you. You know, I'm not that I'm not that desperate. I'm not that desperate that I'm going to keep on playing with them like this, and so that I no longer work with the vampire. I just can't. I just can't, because you know, when you know, it just becomes awkward, and it's just like, and I met him as well, guys, and I can just tell like this is not a normal black guy, a normal melanated guy. There's something about this guy, his eyes. I'm not saying like, you know, he's a shapeshifter or anything, but I definitely sense an alien vibe from him. Yeah. Oh man. So I just wanted to warn you guys. Yeah, I wanted to warn you that they're doing this. Whether you're self-employed, whether you work in a work with people. I don't know who's real anymore. I don't know who's real anymore, guys. Yeah, I just feel like it's just they well, I don't feel like that, because I know that I'm not supposed to feel like that, but they want me to feel like I have no options. Okay, but I know that I do, that there is always a way. I know that. and I can't afford to not think that, because otherwise I've trapped myself with my own mind, and I'm not going to do that. So I just wanted you lot to know.